I'm short, LeBron James is tall. No, you can't say that because that's a somatotype. You can't say tall or short. It could change based on environmental factors. No! Coach Greg, and welcome to episode 7 of my question and answer series, where there are no stupid questions, only stupid morons asking them. So before I get into that, I should point out I'm not a doctor. I'm not certified to give out medical information. Everything you hear is just the things that I think. Doesn't mean it means it's right or wrong. It's just me saying what I think, answering questions to the best of my ability to hope you will understand and maybe improve your life in some way. Never break the law and pay attention. Class is in session. Number 1, first question from MMSS. Hi, Greg. When I am lifting, my heartbeat is reaching like 160 and above. Is this normal? Yes. Autumn Kim asks, Coach Greg, question, do you prefer cardio before or after? My goal is to lean down. I'm assuming that they mean after weights and not after sex, okay? So I prefer cardio after sex or after weights. I don't want to do it before. It tires me out. I don't then have the energy to push the weights as hard. Cardio is easy. It's like moderate pace. You just kind of go. You can watch TV, listen to YouTube, watch whatever, read comments. It's easy. Weights is hard. You have to push yourself hard, like to failure. So you need to have more energy for your weights. Cardio, you just get through it. So definitely get your cardio in after, but do a warm-up before the weights just to prevent injury. Next, K3431D3. What kind of name is that? What's wrong with your eyes? Nothing. What's wrong with your name? Iltekhar Ahmed asked, this fitness YouTuber told us gluten kills muscle. Any thoughts? It does not kill muscle. Marquan Lifts asks, do you need deadlifts, RDLs, rack pulls, and even squats for good leg development? Can machines be used exclusively for lower body, or is that stupid? You can build your muscles using any machine you want. There's no exact exercise that must be done in order to develop a good body. You could never do a squat in your life and still have great legs. You could never do bench press and still have a good chest. You could never do deadlifts and have a good back. There's no single exercise that's absolutely needed. There's so many exercises out there that if you choose to do and avoid a certain one, you can make up for it for different ones. However, some exercises are better than others. So if you choose not to do the best exercises, you're gonna have to make that up by doing possibly 2 or 3 different exercises to get the same benefit as that one exercise. Or you might have to do more reps and more intensity and drop sets to be able to kind of mimic that same intensity. Something like a squat is very difficult to do. In comparison, doing a leg extension, it's a very targeted muscle like the front of the legs. So squat's gonna target everything. So you can't just say, oh, I won't squat, I'll do leg extensions. You'll probably have to do 4 different exercises to make up for not doing squats. So do the exercises to the best of your ability, but if you can't do them, then make the most of it and do other things. I can't squat anymore because of hip surgeries and so on. I'm not even allowed to go past 30 degrees on legs, on like leg presses and stuff. So I have to do a lot of variety of different exercises to try to kind of keep the muscle. But I'm not trying to grow my legs. They're already too big for my weight class, so it's not that difficult. But if I wanted to grow, I certainly would have to do a lot more. Tyler H. asks, hi Greg, for your next Q&A, do you feel that biking takes away from building muscle, or how do you gain and maintain muscle while still biking? Biking takes away from muscle if you're an advanced lifter. If you're a complete newbie, new beginner with no muscle and you start bike riding, you're probably gonna develop leg muscles. However, if you're advanced at my level and you bike ride, your legs are certainly gonna get smaller, especially if you go really, really long distances and for too many hours. How do I prevent muscle loss? By not being natural. Shocker. Fusspot57 asks, question, if DEXA scan is not accurate for body fat, then which method is? None. The most accurate method for body fat testing is my visual assessment of your physique from front and back pictures, relax and flat. Farshrish Abdi says, kinobody pretends to be 5%. He doesn't pretend, he just doesn't know better. And he uses a DEXA scan that he doesn't understand, and he thinks that DEXA scans overestimate body fat and are usually within 1% accuracy and maybe off by 2%. So he just doesn't know better, but he's just a young guy. It's not like he has a kinesiology degree, so go easy on him. Andres Navarro. Yes. What I don't understand is why there are natural powerlifting teens who compete in tested events even stronger than David. Please respond. So you don't understand that there's 7 or 8 billion people on this planet, probably 1 billion who lift weights, probably millions who do deadlifts, benches, and squats, and you don't understand how there's a few in the world who can outlift David. Great genetics and smart training. How is that hard to understand? I don't understand how it's possible. Millions of people, the freaks come out and they're going to be good. It'd be like me saying, oh, I'm 5'6". I don't understand how somebody can be 7 foot tall and slam dunk. Just because I'm short doesn't mean other people aren't tall. It's just stupid logical reasoning. Come on, guys. Come on. Stop being so stupid. So stupid. Jason Andrade says, hey, Greg, I'm a new sub. I love your channel. Question is, if you've been going to the gym for 10 years, 5 are good ones, and you stop for a year, can you get back to a biological noob? So basically, yes. Okay, so if you've been so let's take me. I've been training for 34 years. If I take a whole year off of the gym and I go natural, a whole year, and I lose 25 pounds of muscle, and I join the gym again next year, and I'm like, man, I got to get back into it. I have muscle memory, and I'm going to gain weight at an extremely fast rate. Faster, much faster than you would expect a 44-year-old to gain. So I'm more like a newer trainer because I'm regaining my lost muscle through muscle memory. I'm going to have an easier time regaining that muscle. And because I'm not close to my genetic limit anymore, it's easier to gain muscle. The closer to your genetic limit, say it's at the top of the screen, that's your max. If you're here, hard to gain muscle. So if you train for 10 years and you're in this range of near your best, you take a year off and you go back down to here, way easier to make the gains again. Okay? Just makes sense. Manish Linani says, can you take Aromosin instead of Caber? No. Well, you can, but it would be something a moron would do. Angela Lopez says, in the next Q&A, can you discuss if sex affects performance, how and why? What to eat after for not to feel sleepy? Okay, so sex doesn't decrease performance, nor does it increase performance. And what do you eat after to not fall sleepy? I suggest you eat nothing and go to sleep after. Just sleep. Steven Jelenic asks, hey Greg, what should I take if I have gyno and don't want surgery? Nothing. You need surgery. There's nothing you can take that's going to not need surgery. Once you have gyno, gyno's there. It's like a hard lump. You can't just take a pill and dissolve it. You can't. Sorry. Too late. Suck it up. Go spend your $5,000, get it fixed. Red Fisher 1974 says, hey coach, you were mentioned in Every Damn Day Fitness today. Pretty sure he mispronounced your name on purpose. Funny. Nothing bad. He was tearing into Scott and found it crazy Scott would argue with you. Hundreds of people say my name wrong. I don't care. It's just a freaking name. Doucette, Douche, Douche, whatever. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. Cherry Goosher asks, so do more reps burn more calories? I'm 6'4" and been lifting heavy to make sure I don't burn that many calories. So do more reps burn more calories? Yes, more reps burn more calories. Shocker, come on. So if you do 300 pounds 10 times, you burn more calories than if you do 305 times. How many more? 2 more, 1 more. So He's training heavy on purpose to avoid burning up so many calories because he's 6'4". So he's probably an idiot or a moron and thinks that by training heavy, he's gonna like not burn up all these calories and build more muscle. So instead of burning 250 calories in his workout, he's gonna burn 220 calories by lifting heavier. So good gosh darn it, thank goodness I saved up on those 30 calories extra that I would have been burning off by training in the proper rep range zone or doing and practicing proper time under tension training. I'm just gonna throw my workout out the window and do everything wrong and just do like 1 rep maxes or heavy training because I don't wanna burn up any calories. Eat a friggin' bite of something. Eat an apple after the gym and replace the calories. Train properly. What an idiot. Man, stupid people. CY says, I disagree with somatotypes like ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph. That theory states body types are fixed, and you can't change from an ectomorph to a mesomorph, for example, which is ridiculous. With the right nutrition and training, you can change to any somatotype. It's been disregarded in the scientific community. It's an old way of thinking. A bullshit. All you morons writing me about somatotypes thinking you're all these professionals. You don't have kinesiology degrees. You read some stupid study on the internet that says this and this and this based on lie equals this. Lie equals another lie. You can't say the concluding lie is truthful. It's based on a bunch of lies. Ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. These are body types based on anthropometric measurements. So, for example, in university, we measured the width of my bone at my elbow, the width of the bones at the knee, and the wrist, and so on. I don't care how much nutrition and training and whatever you do, your bones, when they're done growing, are not just, well, I mean, you can take growth hormone and change, but the width of your bones is not going to change. Just like if I say, you're short, I'm short, LeBron James is tall. No, you can't say that because that's a somatotype. You can't say tall or short, it could change based on environmental factors. No, you can be short, you can be tall. I can classify people like that. You can be skinny or fat. I can say you're skinny or fat. Somatotypes, ectomorph. Ectomorphs are naturally thinner people with smaller bone structures. If I measure your bones in your wrist, and your wrist is this big, and your elbow is really scrawny, small, and it comes up as an ectomorph, you're an ectomorph. You can't say, oh, the scientific community's proven it wrong. You can't go from an ectomorph to a mesomorph. If you have narrow bones, you can't just have wide bones. Anthropometric measurements. So stop being stupid. Now, mesomorphs, they more easily gain muscle. You can't say that because some people, they could train and gain more muscle and be, well, then they're mesomorphs. If it's easy to gain muscle, you're a mesomorph. Endomorphs have an easy propensity getting fat. Easy. Larry Wheels is eating like a bazillion calories a day and he still has abs. He force feeds and he still has abs. Then you have your friend who looks at a cheeseburger and is 400 pounds. They're on TV shows, 600-pound overweight people, and they're trying to get surgery and they're hungry all the time. They're endomorphs. That doesn't exist. The scientific community has proven it. They have an easy time getting fat. Of course it exists. It's stupid to think that they don't exist. They exist. If you're an ectomorph and you put on a lot of muscle, it doesn't mean you're now a mesomorph. You're an ectomorph who gained muscle. If you take Lance Armstrong and he raced his whole life and he's an ectomorph, or friggin' any of the Tour de France riders are pretty much all ectomorphs, and they don't bike ride, they just train with weights all the time, and they build a decent physique, they're still ectomorphs, they just put on muscle. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, their body types change. No, just because you have a lot of muscle doesn't mean you're a mesomorph. Plus, we are all on a spectrum on these body types. You're not an ectomorph or a mesomorph. You're a bit of each. Some people are extreme ectomorphs. 6'6", 130-pound Boston Marathon runner. Pure ectomorph. 690-pound person, so much obese. They're very much endomorphs. Ronnie Coleman, mesomorph. Then you have people in between, like Frank Zane, a little bit of ectomorph with some mesomorph in him. He has skinnier bones, but a lot of muscle, so he's a little bit of each. He's not an endomorph, zero endomorph. Larry Wheels, zero endomorph, less fat cells, more muscle, leaner, okay? Wide shoulders. Brandon Harding, wide shoulders, bigger guy, mesomorph, gonna put on muscle more easily. It's just how it works. So stop thinking you know more than me. Stop trying to argue. It's like arguing with 6-year-olds. I hate it. Stop. Click the bell button. Subscribe. Swoosh, swoosh. Get notified. Watch the stuff right away. Pay attention. Don't pay attention. Just make sure you click on the video, make it roll. Write comments, like the video, dislike it, do something. Get involved. Come on. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro, Instagram, follow me there. Watch this video. Watch that video. Choose one. Just watch it. They're good videos. Watch something. I am out.